Hello everybody and welcome back to the FM24 European Journeyman Save, and today is Youth Intake Day and a bit of a discussion around why we're doing what we're doing tactically. Let's get into it. Yes, hello everybody, it's our first intake of the Journeyman Save, and this is going to be painful, I think, because we can't see the attributes and all of them are rubbish, and we're in Hungary, so they're rubbish. We're a lower ranked team in Hungary. So I don't think any of this is going to be good, but we're going to go through them and see if we think there might be a little diamond in the rough to set this team up for potentially a few years. Now, all we've got is decent and good talent, so that's already one thing to go through. Our director of football, Gabor Bene, says this is a terrible intake, poor intake. The quality of players is rubbish. Everyone's crap. You know, I don't know if we can really judge what he's saying correctly. He's got judging player potential ability. I would say that's medium to poor, or average to poor, I would say. He's got that for both. So, yeah, not, I don't know. We're going to use our own judgment to see what we think of this group of little youngsters. Peter Vazvogiski. So many of you have been being like, this is how you pronounce this in Hungarian and stuff. Yeah. I will try, but I don't think it's really going to work. But Peter Vazovkiski is 5'6", a spirited player, which is not too bad when you're a terrible team. He has a little bit of flair, lots of aggression, fitness, acceleration, pace, and work rate's pretty decent. He's determined, which is okay. Free kicks, passing, and dribbling isn't dreadful. But what's he got? Inconsistent, lack of strength. God, we're familiar for seeing that. But he's very quick. Top speed allows him to outpace players over longer sprints, which is easier for me to say, isn't it? So Peter Vazovski is our first player, and not dreadful. Little cut there because I just did the biggest sneeze in the world. Dennis Schaffer, attacking midfield left. He is light-hearted, 6'5". That's going to be brilliant for the back post headers. Flair, aggression, acceleration, pace, and jumping, determination. I mean, it doesn't look dreadful. Bit injury-prone. Can't head the ball, even though he's 6'5". He's a bit like Peter Crouch. Is he going to... Well, Peter Crouch could head the ball. He just, when he jumped, he got smaller, which was weird. Very consistent, lots of room to grow. A light-hearted and jovial character. Good amount of pace. Flair as well makes him beat a man. And he's versatile, can play a couple of positions. He can play left winger or midfield left. So I wouldn't say that's that versatile. But yeah, pace, acceleration, and jumping. He could be someone to keep an eye on, to be honest. Dennis Schaffer, which is not a dreadful thing to have. Right back, Imre Kovacs. Okay, balanced personality, 5'3". Decisions, bravery, fitness, work rate, not too bad. Possession, all looks pretty rubbish. Competitive streak, lack of heading, ability. Works well within the team, lots of room to grow. Balanced, normal personality, consistent, and a committed player that gives all of his cause. Really good teamwork. Pretty good determination. Decisions, work rate, and determination aren't dreadful. Positioning's okay, but can't pass, and his off-the-ball movement at right back would be pretty dreadful. I'm not too upset at the moment, to be honest. I don't think they're all that bad, to be honest. Centre-back, Tibor Orozos. A realist, 6'5". They make them big in Hungary. Technique is good, but that's the same number there. That's the same thing repeated 4 times. Can't really defend. Is okay at jumping. Good determination and teamwork is really good. So let's have a look. He's got a competitive streak. Can't make the right decision. And is a slow player. Has a realistic outlook on stuff. Works well in a team. Lots of room to grow. Consistent. Good in the air. 2-footed. Is adept at using either foot, which is pretty good. And versatile for a couple of positions. Interesting. I mean, being able to jump in my teams is pretty crucial. So that's not too bad. Teamwork and determination are good as well. Lacking quite a lot of actual technical attributes that he'll need to make it in football. Victor Presella. Attacking midfield right, looks dreadful. He's a half a star and potentially is already playing at his full potential. As I say, potential too many times. 5'6", 15-year-old, a winger, balanced personality. Attacking is dreadful other than flair. Defending is dreadful other than aggression. He can dribble and cross slightly, but his physicals aren't too bad. Agility, fitness, acceleration and pace can have a bit of teamwork. Determination and work rate are the best of the DNA, but everything else is looking pretty rubbish. And he's injury prone, and he's one-footed, and he can't head the ball, and he's inconsistent. He's definitely not going to get a contract, I can tell you that much. Benedek Korsos, striker centre. Balanced personality, 5'10". Flair off the ball and technique and finishing aren't dreadful, but then also not amazing. Fitness, pace and aggression, determination are his best attributes. He is mostly determined in the DNA wheel that we've got. Strength is poor, consistency is poor, lack of intelligence and a competitive streak, but he's quick, he's got a balanced personality and lots of room to grow, and he's got a fair amount of pace. So, yeah. Okay. I mean, it's starting to look pretty crap now. It really is. That was Korsos. Andras Takakas, striker centre. Another one that could already be at his potential. Balanced personality, 5'10" striker. Is he even worth talking about? Aggression, agility, fitness, stamina, pace. Not bad. Teamwork's up there as well. But he's very, very inconsistent. He needs to improve his crosses, does he? He's a striker. Lack of game intelligence and one-footed, but lots of pace, a bit of versatility, balanced personality, and lots of room to grow. Yeah, he can play right wing and behind the striker, so there are a few options for him there. And then finally, in the decent talents, goalkeeper Norbert Sazbo, where goalkeepers aren't as important anymore because we're not doing a youth academy challenge, so I'm not too fussed about getting goalkeepers through, but very, very determined, which is good to see. Agile, reflexes are good as well. He's got, what's he got here? Good, driven in pursuit of his goals, and he likes to punch the ball clear, lots of room to grow, and he's inconsistent. But a driven goalkeeper isn't necessarily a bad thing, to be honest. But we go into the good talents. A little quick break while I blow my nose. Okay, nose blown, and we are back to go through the good talents. First up is Simon Elekes. Did we even get... Oh, Erno Kozosas. Sorry, so he is last. He's the person we're going to look at last. Simon Elekes. Low determination, 5'6", on the wing. Has he got any redeeming attributes to look at? Not really. Low determination is always it's a big no-no for me when you're playing attributeless, because determination I think is crucial for model professional footballers and people that want to do well. They've got to be determined. Marcelo Barocos, spirited left back, 6'2". Not bad to have a tall centre back every so often. What's he got then? He's got very good work rate. Determination is okay, but jumping reach, work rate, balance is decent. A lot of sort of half poor to average stuff. Decisions, flair, anticipation, technique, bravery, marking, positioning, aggression, tackling, not too bad. Yeah, technique sticking out, crossing is okay, but he can jump. However, he's one-footed, he's injury prone, he's very inconsistent, he can't head the ball. That's a lot of cons, that, isn't it? It's a lot of cons. Can't mark people. Positively, he's a committed player, works well within a team, and has a decent spirited individuality to him, which is not too bad. That was the left back, Marcel Bruckers. Janos Nagy up front, striker. An ambitious 5'9" striker. Very good determination on his DNA wheel, which is pretty decent. Finishing is half good, dribbling's good, fitness is okay, determination, leadership and teamwork is okay as well, looking not too bad. Then we've got a bit of aggression, a bit of bravery, flair off the ball and technique. So it's not dreadful, to be honest. He needs a bit of strength, but an ambitious individual, always looking to win. I like that. Versus a fair amount of pace. He's got a good finish on him, and he's versatile, so he could definitely be getting a deal, because if he's got a personality where he always wants to win, a fair amount of pace and a good finish, he could probably do pretty well at a lower division. So Janos Nagy will probably be getting a contract. Janos Kovac is up next, half a star current ability, midfield right. And he brings with him a bit of technique, some free kicks, some work rate, and then everything else is probably not worth speaking about. Other than his determination, he is fairly determined. He'll be getting a deal, but he's very inconsistent. Can't dribble, which is a bit of a problem for a right winger. Can only play in one position. Lots of room to grow. A determined attitude. Gives his all, and works really hard for a team. Okay, well, does he work really hard for a team? His teamwork's pretty crap, to be honest. But Janos Kovac will probably get a deal, because I think all the good talents will probably get a deal. Norbert Papp, great name, Norbert Papp, fairly determined 16-year-old, flair, technique, long shots, passing, balance, acceleration, not too bad. Very determined again, which is really, it says fairly determined, but it's yellow, so I'm going to accept it. He can't head the ball. A lot of our players can't seem to head the ball, but we have. Works well within the team, versatile, a good amount of pace, a determined attitude, and lots of room to grow. Yes, Norbert Papp has a great name and someone who's probably going to get a contract. Balanet Heinrich, centre-back. Let's have a look. We could do with a centre-back coming through. 6'2", good start. He can jump. He's got good fitness, good tackling, good technique. Everything else is pretty rubbish, and his DNA wheel doesn't look spectacular. Bit of a low determination in there. What's this one? Weakest, needs to improve on his passing. He's slow, he's not versatile, but he works well within a team. He's good in the air. He's got a balanced personality and lots of room to grow. I mean, he's good in the air. That does mean a lot for centre-backs, doesn't it? To be good in the air. That is sort of a needed thing. Bella Nemeth, attacking midfield right. Low self-belief, 5'7". Good work rate. That all sticks out there. Teamwork, pace, work rate, agility, flair, aggression off the ball, technique, first touch and dribbling aren't too bad. Very inconsistent, really bad personality. Heading is crap, and he lacks game intelligence. Okay, that's never a good thing. Works well within a team though. He's committed and gives all his cause, and he's versatile, can play in a couple of positions. Again, can he? He can play right wing or right midfield. For me, that isn't very versatile. And then the best of the bunch, apparently, Renaud Cosas, 5'8", balanced 15-year-old in central midfield. He brings with him a hell of a lot of fitness and a hell of a lot of teamwork, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Positioning, aggression, balance and work rate all looking okay. Everything else doesn't really warrant talking about. But needs to work on his consistency, can't head the ball, standard. Versatile, a committed player that gives all of his cause, balanced the normal personality, lots of room to grow and works well within a team. Surprised they don't say anything about his fitness, because that is quite the standout. But good work rate and good positioning in his DNA wheel suggests as a holding midfielder he may grow into something relatively useful. But that is Youth Intake Day done, and they are pretty pants, aren't they? If you compare them to what we ended the Youth Academy with in the Toledo save, yeah, that's pretty dreadful. We're going to have to get used to that. I think bumping around from squad to squad and club to club with the Youth Academy stuff, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of players we just get through. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but we'll see. We will see how it goes. We're not going to do like a recap of what's happened. I'm just going to quickly talk you through it. There's not going to be a highlights package. The last episode we were here for was what was it? It was what game did we play last? ZTE, wasn't it? Yeah, we came back 1-1 after the winter break. We lost 3-1 to Honved in the next game. Very disappointing. A goal from Winkler was a great goal, but wasn't enough to get us through. We then lost 5-1 to Mezzokovedsta, who absolutely battered us. That was the final straw for me, so I signed the new goalkeeper. Balanet Smollett got dropped, and we played new goalkeeper Gabriel Melli in goal for this one. A 2-2 draw, where we were 1-0 up, 1-1. In the 87th minute, we scored a penalty, and I thought, yes, game over. In the 91st minute, they scored an equaliser, and it was 2-2. So we're hitting our first bit of bad form, which is a little bit irritating. But yes, we have a new goalkeeper. That new goalkeeper is Gabriel Melli. The Italian has been signed from Recantese, whereas his last loan spell in Serie C. He's been on loan for quite a long time from Empoli, and he's never played above Serie C A or the Superliga 2. So we've taken a bit of a punt. 1 appearance, 2 goals conceded, so it's not ideal. I do think if we're here next year, if we don't move club, I'm 100% getting our scouts, director of football, whoever's interested, whoever cares, to go and find me a very good goalkeeper. I think that's what we're going to do. But yeah, if we have a quick look, so Gabriel Melli, he's only played 1 game, Gabriel Melli, but he won possession a lot of times. You know, he hasn't lost possession very often. He's completed quite a lot of his passes. He's made 1 save in a game, not too great. Conceded 2 goals. He has an expected goals per of minus 0.03, so he's already negative. He's already conceding more goals than he should. However, I went through and looked at all this for all our goalkeepers. Haller is minus 0.17. So again, not doing very good. But you can see all of these look relatively good, right? They're all doing some relatively good things, our goalkeepers, in possession. But when we're having shots at us, all our keepers are terrible. And it's so frustrating. Minus 0.18. All three of the keepers we have are conceding more goals than they should. It's very irritating. Very, very irritating. So what I wanted to do, and I haven't done that yet, is compare him to the best goalkeeper in the league, which isn't you, it's you, isn't it? It's Agoston Kiss. It's this guy here. So if we look at keepers, there we go. Look, he's making more saves than he should have done. He has kept out more goals than he's expected to. This is what we need from a keeper. He has only made 3 saves. Why does that say dribbles per 90 when I hover over it? That's obviously wrong, isn't it? Is that 3 saves per 90 minutes? That must be. That must be per 90 minutes, because otherwise it doesn't make sense if he's only made 3 saves all season. But you can see not as good in the possession stats. That's probably because they're not playing in a similar way to us. So that's the number 1 goalkeeper in clean sheets in the league. Richard Cranax is saving more goals than he should do. And that's the thing. Like, our goalkeepers are letting us down. And it's proving annoying. Okay, minus 0.19. That's good to see. We won't buy him. Edvardo Rusak, like, saving more than he should. Even if it's a low amount, he's still saving more than he should. And Levente Jovo was the last one I wanted to look at, conceding more than he should. I mean, the level of football at this level is, or goalkeepers, sorry, at this level is terrible. I think that is pretty nailed on, to be honest. But we've got a new goalkeeper. We're giving it a go. We've dropped out of the race a little bit, 4 points off the top, which is so irritating. So if we beat ZTE, we would have been top and maybe had a bit more momentum. But yeah, 4 points off top, so it's not completely over yet, but we are getting toward the end of the season. Only, 6 games to go, and our first season in the Journeyman will be over. And I've been keeping a little eye out on the job centre, and there's a few here. We have applied for one out in Slovakia, Zlate Moravasi. I actually just wanted to see even if we're given an interview for that sort of level. Pretty much the only reason we've applied for it. But yeah, a few jobs knocking around if we fancy the move. But I also feel like staying here in Hungary isn't a bad thing, because we've got a good squad. We've done really well this first season, and there is a chance that if we stay for another season, we could get promoted, which obviously opens up more divisions for us. And it's been a steady climb, and maybe now we're just finding our level around this sort of 6th, 5th, 4th sort of position. But who knows? Maybe a little climb at the end of the season to get into first place could be useful. Right, let's go and have a little chat around how we're going to play, what we're basing it on, and why we need to look for certain people in certain positions. I think that's a worthy little snippet video to put in. Here you go. Enjoy it. So we know that Darko Milanic uses a structured system favouring a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1. But within these systems, he favours a strike partnership or a very connected striker and CAM partnership as well. And these are crucial to the success he had with Maribor. The one other key position is a central midfielder, but we might touch on that on a later video. Strike partnerships are nothing new. They've been glorious in the past. Big, small, big and big, small and small, fast and technical. They come in all shapes and sizes. We're focusing on 4 main strikers that Darko used during his time as Maribor manager, starting with Jean-Philippe Mendy. He is an athletic, pacey striker. He had a great goal-scoring ability, and he was fundamental to the amount of goals scored for Maribor during his time at the club. His aerial prowess and hold-up play allowed him to bring other players in and was deadly from set pieces. He was the ideal target forward in Darko Milanic's system. Next up, we'll be looking at Etienne Vukcevic, a Slovenian striker who actually got a move to Cardiff after his stint at Maribor. His technical ability, his intelligent movement and off-the-ball runs, his clinical finishing and his versatility is what made him ideal for Darko Milanic's system at Maribor. He linked up with Mendy and Marcos Tavares when he played in the purple of Maribor and was very, very clinical. Next up is Marcos Tavares. He is a club legend, a talisman, a leader, an absolute hero to the people of Maribor. Marcos Tavares showed great leadership skills, impressive work rate, had incredible passing and vision ability, and his goal scoring and hold-up play and physicality made him a pretty round complete forward. He changed and adapted his game as he got older, working under Darko Mladenovic in both of his stints at Slovenia. So 3 forwards done. Finally, it's my love, Luka Zahovic, LZ90. Not really known for his goal scoring ability, more of a playmaker. He was the AMC when Darko changed to a 4-2-3-1. Brought technical ability, creativity, passing, dribbling, and a very bit of unselfish play. His creativity found teammates, gave goal scoring opportunities, and made the team click. These are 4 all different forwards that played their part, and they all linked together at one time or another. They made NK Maribor successful. They made them tick. Their work rate was impressive. Their goal scoring between the 4 of them when they played was incredible. There was experience, there was age, there was youngsters, there was enthusiasm. It all worked well for NK Maribor, and lots of them went on to bigger and better clubs. But of course, this is what made Darko Mladenovic so successful. 6 Premier League clubs, 4 Slovenian Cups, 2 Slovenian Super Cups, a Champions League group stage and a Europa League group stage with little old Maribor from Slovenia. Now, of course, we're doing it as a journeyman save, but we're going to try and utilise these 4 players or their techniques and their skills and put them into our teams. Let's see how it goes.